Should your salary be public knowledge? Could we benefit as a society? It's so dramatic, this music. Could we benefit if everybody knew how much everybody made? What do you think? 8772 Radio U. Isaiah, your first thoughts?
I'm torn here. This seems like a very personal matter.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may say they'd like their salary to be out there. Reasoning B,
yeah, go ahead.
they might make a lot of money. Or they may make very little money. I feel like there's times, even if you don't make very much money, that you would want everyone else's salary to be out there. Not because it really benefits you, but it might benefit you to know what your coworkers are making.
For negotiations.
Or if you make a lot of money, that could also, if it's public knowledge, it could endanger your household for gremlins who like to rob.
Oh, yeah.
There's a downfall.
Well, I guess, but I mean.
2 texts right away. The first one, absolutely yes. The second one, absolutely not. That's hilarious.
I'll tell you that as we get into this, the reason I bring it up is because there was a recent survey about it that found there's a significant generational divide, which says to me that maybe times are going to change on this as we like in our lifetimes. Maybe everybody will know how much everybody makes because only 37% of baby boomers said they were willing to have their salary be public, whereas basically 75% of Gen Z and millennials said they were fine with it. So the younger you are, the more likely you are to say, yeah, everybody should know everybody's salaries. But if you're older, not as much.
Yeah, I think that is the divide because Regina says absolutely yes leads to more fair wages.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Zach, who says absolutely not, would only make people jealous and unhappy.
I need to think about it. I want to see some more thoughts. I want to see some more pros and cons. 8772 Radio U. Text in what you think. Should everybody's salaries be public knowledge? Should be out in the open? Yes or no? And why or why not?
Oh, hi there.
This worst of the riot.
Crank that up.
Radio U.
Question is, should everyone's salaries be public? Would we be better off if that was the case? And depending on what you think, why or why not? And surprisingly, shockingly, people have a lot of thoughts on this. Trevor says that if you're a state or federal employee, yes. If you work for a private company, it should be within the company's policies, within at least the other employees of the company and you should all know how much each other make. He says if he's making less than somebody else doing the exact same job, you should be able to research their pay and know what's best for him. Some good thoughts, I think, from Trevor. Jason says, my company has a policy that you can't discuss salary with coworkers or it could be grounds for termination. How much you make, Jason?
Jason, sounds like your employees, sounds like everybody's making them different amounts of money.
Yep, that's right.
Sounds like the guy that's doing the same job as you might be making the exact same or way more than you.
Or
way less.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe Jason's the lucky
Maybe you're
one.
the hot dog, brother.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not.
Maybe not. Dee says that she's worked at jobs as an educator in the past where everyone knew what she made. She was a state employee, and in the state of Florida, all state employees' salaries are posted online. So I'm seeing a few people saying stuff like that where, there's different sectors, different industries, companies, whatever lines of work you could be in, where it is the norm for everybody, for it to be public anyways. And, I mean, as far as I know, those industries haven't crumbled, right?
Not since I've heard.
No. But then you have Viola who got in and said, no benefit to knowing everybody else's salary. Some people get very jealous if it's higher than theirs. Fair. Some people have very long thoughts. Here's what I'm thinking.
I like Natalie's answer. She
What
said,
is
I'm a
Natalie?
state employee and my salary is public knowledge. When I manage people, I would have staff come to me frequently complaining that their job performance was better than someone else who is posted online making more money than them. Creates a lot of conflict and stress for staff and managers. But also, if you're doing a better job, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
If I think I'm doing a better job than you and I know that you make more than me, I would be upset too.
I tend to think that I'm in favor of everybody's being public knowledge. However, I don't want to be the one to lead the way. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to be the first one to be you wouldn't, I guess the example would be, I wouldn't want to just say, all right, because I believe all salaries should be public, here's how much I make. But if it was if all of a sudden in Radio U, we decided it's not public here, but if we all agreed, let's do this, or at least maybe majority, I think it would be okay. I think we would all survive. I think it's more transparency, which keeps the employer accountable, which I think is probably for the best. Yeah.
That's what Kelly said. Yes, I believe that it would expose leadership at companies who are gouging their employees and hiding behind the salaries to justify sketchy decisions.
Yeah.
Regina says my company has a rule that you two cannot discuss whether or not how much you're making.
I think at a lot of companies too, whatever rules they have, people, like, if the company's big enough, whispers are gonna be made.
How about this point? There is strong evidence of pay disparities between genders and ethnicities.
Of course there is.
Making salaries public would effectively eliminate this overnight.
Theoretically, anyways.
Theoretically, it would.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it would probably just make things more fair, or at the very least, companies would have to come up with some kind of excuse.
Like if you came in this morning and all of a sudden Radio U public knowledge and I'm making twice as much as you, how upset are you going to be? Pretty upset.
Yeah, but probably justifiably.
I'm making twice as much as you?
Yeah.
That would be justifiable?
I think so. I don't know if you're doing twice as much work as me. Probably more, but I don't know. I understand the argument, and it's been against, and it's been the way it's been for a long time, but maybe it's not so bad to change. That's what I'm starting to think.
That's in creating a movement.
I think the audience.
Put it out there.
I am. Where are my people going? I must lead them, is what I feel like right now. The audience is directing me.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.